Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing a renovation in San Myshuno. San Myshuno is the world that comes with obviously city living. We are doing a renovation in this bachelor pad. This apartment actually takes up half of the floor. This bachelor is definitely rich. I was thinking maybe he makes movies or something like that. He has like this Fifth Element poster in his apartment. So I was thinking like maybe he made the Fifth Element in The Sims 4, whatever. But this is definitely a very rich bachelor. So I wanted to renovate this apartment, keep sort of the same vibe of like it's still a bachelor, but sort of elevate it and make it look 1,000 times better. Obviously, it couldn't be a bachelor pad without a really nice bar area. This person definitely collects vinyls. So we are using the bar, which is from Party Essentials kit. It's probably the nicest bar that we have in the game, as well as the record player from the Party Essentials kit as well. I kind of go all over the place at the beginning stages of this renovation. I had a lot of ideas going on and I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And so you'll see me play around with a lot of things here, take things away. Apparently you can't remove this fireplace from this area, and so we're just gonna have to work around that and see what we can do. As you can see, I already changed the flooring in this apartment. This is obviously the one from Life and Death. And the first area where things start to go a little bit wrong is the kitchen. I was kind of overwhelmed, wasn't really sure what I wanted to do here. Oh my god, this sort of tiling on the wall looks so bad. But anyways, I thought for a second I wanted to use this kitchen from the Home Chef Hustle kit. It's such a nice kitchen, but the upper cabinets just look really bad. I don't like how repetitive the lighting is, and so I was really struggling with that. I didn't like it. Yeah, I end up going back and changing all of this, so I'll show you guys shortly what that ends up looking like. And I did want to pay homage to like the drinks or the bottles that we had in the corner over there, so I'll show you guys eventually what that ends up looking like here in the kitchen. I needed to get away from this because I was feeling overwhelmed, like I was saying. So because of that, we're gonna play around a little bit with this floor plan. This is a really interesting floor plan. I don't think I have ever renovated such a big apartment in San Myshuno or in The Sims 4. Like I said, this is half of the floor. And we had a very weird layout. The bedroom had a desk inside, then we had a really large bathroom. And then in the bedroom, there was also like a walk-in closet. I wanted to have a separate space for the desk, like an office area, because I didn't want it to be like tucked away in this awkward corner. So we are gonna create an extra room in here. This is gonna create some awkward spaces, especially in the main bedroom, but I think it ends up looking okay. It's not gonna be as big as it was before, but I think it still gives that vibe that we had going on before. And because we had so much space, we are gonna have like a separate walk-in closet and again a separate desk as well. So this wing over here on the side is gonna be where we have the walk-in closet and the restroom and obviously the bedroom. They had this like game thing here, so I decided to keep it. I was thinking like maybe this person made movies, but now maybe they just stream playing video games or whatever this thing is, or maybe they just have it for fun. Maybe they just like to do it on their own. I actually built this a while ago and I hadn't uploaded it because it actually took me a while to edit or just to do this apartment because it was so large, and so the videos are quite large as well. Obviously I'm fast forwarding everything for you guys, but it took me a while to edit this video, and I saw the thumbnail that I had created for this and I was like, oh my god, this like apartment looks so nice. So I hope you guys like it. I really like the way this turned out, so we'll see what you guys think about it. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have renovated this apartment. I didn't realize how nice this apartment was, or that there was actually a theme, which I think, bachelor or whatever. So yeah, I'm starting out with obviously going in and updating all these walls. I'm using this wallpaper, this like sort of paneling that is from the Book Nook kit. It's one of my favorite panelings that we have in the game. And then I also wanted to incorporate a little bit of brick, so I'm using this one from Cottage Living. And then I found these doors which are actually a little bit taller than regular doors. And I think they look really good on these walls because they're medium wall height. So it helps create a little bit of balance. In the original restroom that we had in here, the toilet was actually separated from the rest of the space. I think it had like an archway, but I decided to enclose it. And so I just put a door in there and not an archway. Now that we've got like the layout figured out, we have a little bit more of wallpaper and a little bit of more structure. We're gonna go back and start decorating the spaces. Obviously going back to the beginning with this living room that is where we receive our guests, and it's more of a lounge area. I decided to use this wallpaper from Love Struck. I thought it would be interesting to put in here. As you can see, I am trying to go back to the kitchen. I obviously don't because I had no idea what I wanted to do here. And I did put in this tiling from the refined living room kit, but the refined living room kit, the sleek bathroom kit. What am I saying? I always get confused. So as you walk in, I actually decided to put this painting, and I was checking that it was like hitting the ceiling just right. This is the painting that the Bachelor had in his living room, but I thought it would be nice to put it as you walk into the space because he obviously is obsessed with The Fifth Element and Bruce Willis. So I just decided to put that here with this really nice like console from the Cozy Kitsch kit. It's in a really nice blue, and I had never put it with this brown, but I think it looks really nice. And as well as these lamps that look a little bit maybe like 50s, I think these are from high school years, so it makes sense that they would be a more mid-century vibe. I put a little like plant in here from, I think this is from the refined living room or the modern retreat, one of those. And then yeah, I put this rug as well from one of those kits. I put a large mirror over on that wall as you walk in. This mirror is actually from Love Struck, and I think it looks really well in here. These are high walls or like medium high walls, and I think it creates a good like space and it makes it look larger. Did you guys know that this bar had this swatch with like the printed like wooden blocks or whatever this is? It just looks so nice, you guys. Like I hadn't realized that we had this, and it looks really good in a space like this. Again, it adds so much texture and so much more interest to this space. I had forgotten that we did have a bathroom for guests. Yeah, I think this is such a nice bathroom. It's tucked away, so it's not like super in your face that there's a bathroom. If your guests need to go, it's like right there. And then I just decided to go in with some things from Base Game. This mirror though is from the sleek bathroom kit, and I just put a nice little plant and a little painting from the Cozy Kitsch kit. You can already start to see the difference that it makes to have really nice flooring and really nice walls. And just look at this entryway, like with this blue, like dark blue cabinet and this really nice painting. It's just starting to look a lot better. I decided to bring the games tables back because tables, not just table, games table back. I imagine that they would play poker here or whatever the heck guys play on games tables. I don't know, games table. I need to stop saying tables. I would play Catan. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I would play poker, but maybe guys do. I don't really know what guys do on these game tables. There you go. Said it again. So we are using this rug that is from Life and Death in this really nice blue tone. I really like this blue. It's so rich. And then we're using this sofa that I believe is also from Life and Death. I put a TV in here that I think is from City Living. It's one of my favorite TVs. It just looks so nice and fancy. It's like a little bit rounded on the edges. And then in the center, I decided to put this coffee table that is also from Life and Death, as well as this tiny side table that is also from Life and Death. I think I used a lot of Life and Death in this build because it just has really nice textures and colors. In the games table where I would play Catan, but the guys would play poker, I decided to use some chairs from high school years in yellow. I really like the gold accent of it. We have gold in certain areas here in the apartment, so it's a nice touch as well. I'm just cluttering up this area. This is where we're going to have the only living room. I think we had another living room where we have the kitchen and stuff like that, but we're not gonna recreate that because it just takes up too much space. So this is our games table. I put this clock that is from Strangerville. It's one of my favorites, and I think it looks really nice in this area. Makes sense that we would have this here where we have like the bar and the games table. It gives me very much bar vibes. So this is what this space is looking like. What do you guys think? Obviously, we had to go in with the Desert Luxe kit curtains. Oh my god, Desert Luxe kit curtains. That's kind of hard to say. And in this space, I think I decided to leave them in this like sort of pink color. I think it adds a nice touch. Or maybe I switched them to the yellow ones. I think I switched them to the yellow ones. I put a nice lamp here next to the sofa that is also from like modern retreat kit or the refined living room kit. I don't know, you guys, they all sort of start looking the same now. They're just so good and so nice. So we have that here. I added a lamp in the living room from Snowy Escape, and in the entryway I put a chandelier from Life and Death. Along the hallways I also used the same lamps from Snowy Escape. And you guys, this is where we're gonna start to struggle. So this is the struggle buzz minutes, if you want to call it that. We had the dining room here, but we also had an extra living room. We also had a piano, and we have this fireplace that we cannot for our lives remove. It's just at such awkward space. I think you need to balance this fireplace with something on the left-hand side. I tried to do it with this bookcase. It wasn't working for me. I tried this art piece from doesn't matter. I tried this art piece, didn't work out. Dream home decorator, there you go. And it also wasn't working for me. I think it was the colors, the textures. I tried 2 rugs. I tried so many things in this space and it just wasn't working. I think I was trying to fit a living room and fit the dining room in the middle, but then it was gonna be awkward. So I hated the space. I went back to square one to clear everything out of here, and I was like, you know what, we already have a living room. This guy's not having formal living rooms in here, so let's just put a nice dining room here. So I used these tables that are from Life and Death in this really nice green. I don't think I've ever used these tables before, or this table, and I used 2 of them to make the dining room a little bit bigger with these chairs that I think are from For Rent. They're some of my favorite chairs. And then on top of the fireplace, I decided to put this painting. This is a painting that we're actually going to use like throughout the house as well. And then I put some nice lighting on top of this dining room from the Party Essentials kit. And now we're talking. Now it's looking like a cohesive space and not so awkward with a fireplace that's off-centered. Over on this side, I decided to put like a nice cabinet. What do you call this? Like a nice pantry, I guess you could say. And because we already had a piano, I didn't want to reinvent the wheel. I mean, is it really reinventing the wheel? I don't think so. But I just didn't want to break my head anymore. And I just decided to put another piano. Maybe this person plays the piano. Maybe they write the songs for The Fifth Element. Maybe they're the musicians. I don't really know, you guys. So over on this side, I decided to use like these wooden planks, I guess you could say, that are from, I think these are from Eco Lifestyle, just to add a little bit of more interest in the corner where the piano is. And I actually think it looks really nice. I put a few more things here on top of the fireplace. These candles from Life and Death are so cute. I feel like it's very Satanist because we have it in like a triangle. I don't know, kind of culty vibes. We have our kitchen, lovely. We have our gym, lovely. Then we have our restroom, which, you know, this view is not the best one. And then we have our little closet. I'll show you guys what this looks like at the end, and you'll see it just looks 1,000 times better when you see it. But we're gonna step into this office. I had this little cute corner where I thought it would be cute to do like a sand space, if that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe this person gets really stressed out and just wants a place where they can chill and look over the freaking buildings. I don't really know. So I put this corner with a little bit of a carpet and a quote on top of it. And I actually used this like this shelving unit that I think is from Base Game, you guys. I don't think I've ever used this thing before. It's actually quite nice, and this blue is really nice as well. I think it goes really well with everything that we have going on in this apartment. And then I used this little sofa from Snowy Escape, which is also really nice, in this dark black color with some blue pillows. I think it looks really nice as well. Maybe a little uncomfortable, but if this person is gonna be receiving people in their office, I think it's a nice sofa to have. And then I repeated, I think, one of the posters that we had in the bar area. Again, maybe this person made the music, maybe they actually made the movies, maybe they directed them, I don't really know. I put a couple of books here from, again, the Refined Living Room or the Modern Retreat Kit. I don't know which one, and they look really well in this bookcase. I think they match with the other books that we have here, and I gave them some awards. I also gave them a Yoda. I don't know, maybe they also worked in Star Wars, or they're friends with somebody who worked on Star Wars. So much lore for this person. Anyways, I put this desk, I think when I was building this, we had just gotten this desk along with the computer, which looks like a Mac, honestly. I decided to pair it with this chair that is, once again, from Life and Death, and this rug that is, once again, from Life and Death. The fluffy rug is actually from Lovestruck, and it comes in this really nice blue. So again, just cluttering up the items here. I actually put the Bridgerton little letter thing. Maybe they're also going to work on Bridgerton. I don't know, you guys. Just adding things here. I put a few curtains here for a little bit of privacy. And now we're stepping into the bedroom, where it did create an awkward space because of everything that we moved around. I thought I wanted to put this fireplace on this wall. I do end up putting the fireplace, but I ended up changing it to the wall that is in front of the door as you walk in. It just made sense that we would have it there. It would be kind of boring to walk into nothing, but the fireplace looks really nice with this painting that is actually from Base Game. I decided to use this bed that is from For Rent. It's one of my favorite beds, actually. And then I used this rug once again from Life and Death, and these side tables from Snowy Escape. I also use these lamps that are from the Sleek Bathroom Kit. I just think they look so nice and sophisticated. Do you guys notice how these lamps can actually look a little bit like weird, like they're not fully globe like? I don't know, sometimes it throws me off, especially if you use them outside. You can really tell, but inside I think there's like a filter or something, so it changes. Again, going in with these curtains to provide a little bit of more privacy for this super rich bachelor. I was gonna say bachelorette, I messed that up. It could be a bachelorette, you never know. We have our game here. I don't even know, I don't think I've ever used this game like in The Sims 4. I don't even know what it does. So I was about to put a sofa here, but I was like, this person is so rich. Obviously, they would have a TV in their bedroom. So I used the same TV that I put in the living room. And I put these little nice like blocks underneath here from the Sleek Bathroom Kit. And I just think it looks really nice just to create sort of like an accent in front of the TV, or below the TV in front of the bed. I did decide to put a little sofa, this one from is it this one? Okay, Cozy Kitsch Kit, that makes sense. And then over on this side, I just put like an art piece from Snowy Escape, just to add a little bit of something on this wall because it was just looking so bare. I mean, you guys, I don't know, in real life you wouldn't have things on every wall of your house. Well, I do, but that's just me because I'm crazy. Yeah, so then I moved the fireplace picture frame. I always like to put like candles on top of the fireplace. I don't know, I've never had a fireplace in my house, but I would imagine you would have candles. So here's the entryway. Sorry, I was delaying. I think it looks so nice, you guys. Look at these lamps. Look at this cabinet. Oh my god, I just want to like chill here. Even if I don't know this person elevated. Like they went from like a 4 to an 8 at least. And then we have a really nice additional toilet for our guests, and obviously we have our bar area, living room area. Also, it's glitching out on me for whatever reason, so sorry about the view of this POV. I am so sorry. We have a very long hallway. We have a really nice dining room where we didn't have to clutter it up with a whole nother living room. We have our kitchen, and I did put the bottles over there in that corner that I was telling you about. Look at that like art piece on top of like the sink. It just looks so nice. We have our super long hallway, and it's not as scary anymore. Before it was like, what am I doing here? A little bit ominous, a little bit, but now it's nicer. We have our workout studio. Again, sorry for the glitch. Looks really nice. Imagine carrying all of these things up the elevator and moving everything. How annoying. But yeah, we have a lot of mirrors. This person maybe works out a lot. And then we have our little office area where obviously it's glitching out and we're falling into the abyss of the other buildings. We have our scent space and our awards area, a little sofa from Snowy Escape. And then as we step to the hallway, we go into our last room with our fireplace, our bedroom, which again is glitching out, obviously, because it freaking hates me. And yeah, we have our TV, our games area, and now we're gonna step into the bathroom, which is probably another one of my favorites. Look at this space, look at the green tub, you guys. This rug that matches so nicely with the space. I am obsessed with this bathroom. I did use the cabinets from the Home Chef Hustle kit in here, and we have our toilet, and now we have our closet, which looks amazing. I'm obsessed with this, you guys. Let me know down in the comments. I also put a laundry space here. I don't think I had done that before. They didn't have that. But that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.